So hello everyone, welcome to the Real Magicians. Today on board we have Mr. Swapneel from 3SP Projects. He is doing an amazing work like our brand name Real Magician. Even he is a magician जो एक ब्लॉग को भी एक मस्त सुंदर सा घर ऑफिस बना देते हैं. So welcome Swapneel on board. Welcome sir. So sir, can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you started in this field?
So, frankly, right from my childhood, I was always fond of doing art. So that's how that touch was always there. And in fact, after my 10th, I did a year, complete 1 year full commercial design.
Wow.
So that was always there. So after that, I took a liking towards, frankly speaking, commercial art is very much in, in terms of competition, it's quite tough. So that is where I didn't want to go get into. So something related to art. So thought interior design was something that I could see still related to art, create something from zero and get it to a fruitful output. So that's how interior design was the thing that I got into.
Wow. So like as you said in school time, from the start you had the thing for that.
So, yeah, so बचपन में हम लोग के ये होता था, इज एलिमेंट्री एंड
राइट. उसमें मास्टर एकदम.
हाँ, मास्टर नहीं बोल सकते, धुरंधर.
मतलब ऐसा रहता ना, एक बच्चा जिसका सब अच्छा रहता है आर्ट में, तो सब अरे भाई कैसे करने का पता है
वो होता है. सो यूज्ड टू गो टू a dean with J School of Arts for learning interior design, ये drawings and everything. वो सब भी हुआ है. But there are much better artists in the world. So I definitely took a stance that we can't reach there. I'm sure I understood my capability. So then why not look at something which is still related to art? So
Right.
that's how.
So how has your journey evolved over there? Like right from you had the thing for the art and today you are. How do you think your journey has evolved?
So after I did my interior design and this thing, so my first break was with a firm which was into corporate interior design.
Okay.
So they were primary architects and consultants for MNC firms and larger corporates who were doing offices throughout India. So that was my first break. So instead of me getting into residential first, I got into corporate first. So that's how I started my actual journey into corporates. And as I went along, I did my MBA with project management and everything. So that all added to the portfolio. So yeah.
Right. So I know that each project is challenging. Like हर project में कुछ ना कुछ challenges overcomes रहते हैं. So which was one of the most challenging project maybe you did and you were very happy with the result?
In terms of 3SP, so I wouldn't say talk about 3SP. Frankly, there was a project where, in fact, my first job in my entire career. The day I joined my job, the next day I was in Nagpur. And it was for a project for Birla Sun Life Insurance, and that was stuck because of the landlord not cooperating. There were some leakage issues and so on and so forth. So I stayed there for a month, got all the due diligence, got all the communications with the landlord done, and that project got completed, which was stuck. And it was appreciated by the MD for he himself came down for the opening and appreciated in front of my boss, which was my first role in my career itself. So it was quite challenging to talk to actually developers when they are holding an upper hand over you, right? So getting into that details, pushing them hard, following up very hard was very challenging, but finally it went out.
So that would have been amazing feeling after the work was done.
I mean, from third party appreciating you, right? That becomes a real pat on the back. That's how it is.
So Swapnil, do you have any strategy or habit which you can say has contributed to the success till now?
I wouldn't say a particular one. I would say it's overall. You have to be very proactive. I mean, what do you expect? Okay, I will look at it from when I was employed with someone, right? People who have employed you look at you from their as their representative.
Right.
They look at you as their representative, and they expect you to do jobs
Right.
on their behalf. So you have to be on the forefront, get things resolved, bring it to resolution, escalate where it's needed, and congratulate the vendors where it's needed, when it's really a good job. That's, I think, is a good thing to do for me, and that's definitely helped me in my career.
Right. So according to like all the qualities which you said, every interior designer should have all those things.
So that is, like I said, is from the perspective where I did as a job. But if you talk about me as an entrepreneur right now, trust is very important.
So okay, sir. So what is the role of technology in your field?
Technology is very important. I mean, with AI coming into picture, there are so many venues that have opened. I mean, you can use technology for your design, you can use technology for execution, you can use technology for management, you can use technology for procurement, and you name the service line within Indian industry that you have. I mean, you have technology playing role in every part. So it is very important, I would say. I mean, you have to adapt yourself, otherwise you'll be left behind.
Right. So also, sir, like, do you have any instance where you did or you went an extra mile for the clients, like which was not needed, but you still went, and the result were amazing?
To be honest, there are a couple of them. In fact, there was a project called in Mumbai itself, and it was again a project that had been stuck for a while, and I was put on that job, and it was a project which was actually delayed with the client itself. I mean, they were not aware that their decisions that were not coming in were delaying the entire overall construction of the project, which I got to resolution, and it definitely helped my firm itself and also the client to bring it to closure. So,
Right. Also, sir, ऐसा वो बोलते हैं ना कि कोई तुम्हारे साथ हो ना हो, तुम खुद के साथ तो जरूर हो. ऐसा. So if you have to go back and advise yourself whenever you started your journey into interiors, what advice you would like to give yourself based on today's experience? What advice you would like to give yourself?
gain as much knowledge as you can. I mean, being on the job, if you're working for somebody, gain the knowledge. That will definitely help you in the long run, and seize every opportunity that helps you achieve that knowledge. I mean, Frank, to be very honest, nowadays the social media has corrupted a lot of minds, right? I mean, you are on social media looking at reels and all. That is sheer waste of time. You have to go out, you have to meet people, you have to understand the market, you have to understand the materials. That really helps you, and it will help you in the long run.
Right. So also, do you think the social media is also interfere in this field? So like people come and say like, I watch this reel, I want like this, I want like this. Even though it is not possible, it is just made, the videos made out of technology and AI on that. Still, do you think people come and show to you that I just like I want this?
Absolutely, they are. I mean, every project has somebody or the other who does that.
Right.
I mean, whether it's the actual client or their supporting staff or their
Right.
advisors or somebody related to that field. So there are people who do that, and you have to adapt to the situation. I mean, you have to convince the client or make him understand why it's possible and why it's not possible,
Right.
and get the best outcome out of it.
Right, sir. So what makes you unique apart from everyone? What is the one thing that makes you unique?
So, one good thing and about 3SP, we don't just do interior design. We apply workplace design strategy for every client,
Right.
wherever possible. So this is something, workplace strategy and workplace consultancy is something that is not offered to by anyone or everyone to the clients. It is only catered by larger IBC companies which are having clients like MNCs like JP Morgan and so on and so forth. It is restricted to that particular segment of clients only. We are offering the same service for smaller organizations and same kind of a service. This will really help. This really helps them,
Right.
saves their real estate costs, and it's huge cost to save.
Amazing, sir. In today's world, sir, there are wide range of options available in model. Like even if I want to buy this pen, there may be thousands and different varieties. So even in this interior designer, even if you want to buy a switch or anything, there are wide ranges. So how you choose a perfect each time?
See, okay, there is nothing such as perfect, frankly speaking. It is something that helps you in that particular requirement or that particular situation. What suits you best? There are two things which are, I'll give you a very classic example of two brands of plywood which are equally good. But why should I take one of them? What would differentiate me or compel me to buy one of them? One is the cost, one is the service.
Alright.
So, if cost is not a concern, I would go for the higher brand that is higher,
Right.
which will give me more warranty. A brand which is economical, I will choose that in case of a client budget constraint. But that has to be conveyed to the client.
Right.
Okay, this is what it is, and this is what is
Right.
not available. So that's how we choose.
So you do many commercial projects also. So any tip while designing the commercial project?
Tip is, largely speaking, as a blanket, what commercial or corporate offices require is budget, timelines,
Timelines.
very important.
Very.
Very important. You meet that, and more than 50% of the projects are through.
Right.
These are two things that you should really focus on.
So this was a deep talk only, and now we move out to the rapid round where you just have to answer in one word or one sentence, whatever suits you. So one advice for aspiring entrepreneurs, whoever are coming in this sector of yours, what advice you would like to give to them?
Chase your passion. That's how it is.
Excellent.
And be good at it. If you are not good at it, you will not survive. You have to strive. You can't be left behind.
Right. So whenever you hire, sir, so what are the 3 qualities you look into whenever you want to hire?
I hire for employees. One is proactiveness, very important. There is a person who does a day-to-day job. This has been told. He comes to office. He does what has been told to office, for him to do. He does that. The other person does what he has been asked to and looks forward to what else he can contribute to us. Right? That is a person that is most looked after in the client, by the client or the employer. And of course, the equally important, the employer will also look after you.
Right.
If that person sees that kind of value created by the employee.
Right. A single technology tool or app you can't live without. मतलब सुबह उठो तो वो चाहिए AutoCAD.
All hands down. AutoCAD में कुछ नहीं.
सुबह से लेकर रात तक.
AutoCAD.
Sir, do you have your favorite quote जिसको आप हमेशा मानते हो? quote आपके दिल और जहन में है एकदम.
Live life to express, not impress.
Thank you, sir. And what is the biggest lesson you have learned from your biggest failure or setback? What is the lesson you have learned?
Always have a contingency.
Always. When I'll note down this, that always have a contingency plans. What?
Absolutely.
If you want to have lunch with any business leader, maybe dead or alive, who would that be?
Ratan Tata.
Even I want to have a lunch with Ratan Tata.
Forget the lunch. Meeting him and understanding his perspective and what he's done.
That's amazing. Even like you said, even no lunch is possible. Even if I get a chance to meet him and interact with him, that's more than just to see this. So, what is your effective time management technique?
Effective time management technique. Okay, so I've been in the corporate field for more than 18 years now. We used to spend 50% of the time managing the work than actually doing the work.
Oh,
and that was through Outlook. Primarily, Microsoft Teams. Use the technology as much as to your advantage. Track your time daily, put it on your calendar, and make sure you follow that.
right. And the last question, sir. What is the thing you love to do apart from interior design? What is the one thing you love to do?
Trekking, cooking, painting.
Even I love to do
Say
cooking.
trekking is the most. I mean, in fact, the
Season is on of trekking. So are you going somewhere? Or
Yeah,
you
we're planning
plans?
with the BNI team, so it's on.
Okay, so this was Swapneel from 3SP Projects. This was his journey towards the success. Meet you everyone on the next episode.